Already facing the challenge to deposit Stealth, Misplaced Gear, Faster Detection, and Inexperienced. Now, even though Misplaced Gear is going to be really frustrating because generally we want our items really quickly so that we can actually place a recharge and a transform over there, it's Faster Detection, which generally means that we don't want to be anywhere that we don't really want to be. Mainly because we get caught really quickly, but aside from that, there's Inexperienced, which is generally the worst part about all of this since, well, generally, well, there's only that bag, so that's a bit unfortunate. So we've got Cyber's, sure. So Cyber's got my Scrambler, which I don't really believe they're able to use, but hopefully we'll be actually getting a Scrambler relatively soon, because that would be quite nice. Just saying, if we could actually find Cyber in the first place, which is seemingly an impossible task, so sure, well, I would quite like that Scrambler, just saying, would be quite nice. I would very much like that Scrambler. Just saying, I would like the Scrambler. You know, mainly because presumably you can't actually use it. For hopefully rather obvious reasons, but generally, we get since we do want to use that. And well, if such is the case, then we're just gonna, well, grab a disguise, which is the very simple solution. So instead we're just going to go over here, we'll knock him out, and then we'll grab the disguise right over here. So what's gonna happen now is that there's gonna be a second guard, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna knock him out, which should be relatively simple, which is why we're just gonna bag him up until we actually get State Scrambler, because we would quite like it right on now, just saying. It would be quite nice. I would very much want that Scrambler. So now that we have finally obtained it, we're just gonna go through here, and then afterwards we're gonna, well, presumably do something useful with it, because that's, well, kind of what we're meant to do. So we're gonna start by finding the bag over here, which Cyber has looted, and then we're just going to, well, go for a start downstairs so that we can actually disable this, so that we can actually go inside. Mainly because it's Inexperienced, and it's fast detection, and generally trying to go through that with a Scrambler without getting caught is, well, definitely brave. Maybe not the most viable option if that isn't already evident, so we're just gonna wait over here for a guard to hopefully show up. And then once that finally happens, we're just gonna say hi to you over there. Really? Right then. So we're gonna answer the radio, and then afterwards we're just going to, well, bag him up and leave him in a corner over there, because, well, for some reason the guard has decided to not want to be hostage, even though we're right in front of him, jamming a gun in their face. But barring that, we're just gonna go through here. We're gonna go through here, and then we're just gonna go over here and get this open, which, no, you don't see anything over there. It's quite simple. You just don't see anything. Anyways, put your hands up, get down, and then afterwards we're gonna hopefully get something that's useful, which, that was the guard walking around from the door, which was not subsequently opened, so sure, I will gladly take that. Before running through here, almost having you not surrender, which would be quite problematic, but we are going to go through here and check for any guards which might be over here. Or for that matter, right over here, which I find highly unlikely, but maybe, just maybe, it's going to happen, which we generally don't want to actually let happen, so we're just going to take you both out, and then we're just going to go through here. And then we're just going to go through here, which should be relatively simple, and right now, Cyber's going to take out the camera, well, upstairs, which will presumably happen right around now. So as long as Cyber can get the employees to face away, which might be a bit challenging, there we go. We can get this open, and then we can subsequently, well, very quickly take the, well, guard inside out, which will first require that this is actually open, but hi there, put your hands up, and then we'll interrogate him for maybe the combination that we might have already gotten, but regardless of that, we'll finish the interrogation. Hopefully Cyber wants that keycard, which I'm not really sure is the case anymore. I mean, sure. And we'll grab the intel over here. Now the slight issue is we still need the vault keycard, which should be right over not there. So instead, we're just gonna get this open eventually, provided that no one actually does that, which is certainly not very convenient, but we'll just quickly do that over there. You will not notice anything, which was certainly short-lived, but I guess eventually we can finally get over here and get this open, which I mean, a guard over there still doesn't see anything, which is generally, well, a good thing. So we hopefully won't have to hostage someone near a window. And now the guard's gone, we're just gonna get this open over here, and then afterwards we could quickly clean everything up, because that's, well, kind of what we want to do. So as long as we actually grab the key card, we're gonna go through here, and then we're just going to go through here, which... Hi there, manager. It's a shame that we don't actually need anything from the manager right now, because we already got everything, but I guess we could take out the entire map at this point, since we, for some reason, still haven't gotten to... Really? Right then. So we will start backing up the bodies over here, and then presumably no one else is gonna walk inside. That is generally the hope here, because, well, frankly, other things might happen right around now, which we are not really looking forward to, so we'll get this close over there, we'll go through here, and then we're gonna go downstairs, and hopefully no guards will be joining us anytime soon. Speaking of which, we're gonna get out of here before things start, well, going slightly less, well, fantastic, and then we're just gonna go over here, get this open over here, and then get this open over here. So hopefully no one's gonna notice anything up over there, which... There's just a pile of bags piled up in one cubicle, which presumably no one's gonna see, and hopefully no one is actually gonna see, because that would be quite inconvenient, but... What we're gonna do is we're gonna get this open over here, and then we're just gonna grab this over here, and then we're gonna grab the cash over here, before we subsequently run out of here with Inexperienced, because it's Inexperienced and we can't really run all that fast. Or more accurately, that far, so... We're gonna go through here, we're gonna go through here, and then afterwards we're going to hopefully not meet any guards over here, which, considering that we took out a lot of people, I find highly unlikely, because that's probably the only one remaining guard. But we're gonna go over here, we're gonna hop over this, and then we're gonna get out of here, and that's the daily challenge in just under 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!